set. So that's the right. Okay, so you guys should be able to hear me now, but that's not the one I wanted on. Let me try this one. How about now? Yeah, there we go. Hold on, let me get the raffle. So for those of you who were here before, it looks like we only have a handful of people here. But that was the humorous, exactly what I said, which is we were having massive lightning storm, both here and south. And of course, right as I was getting ready to do a big prize to close out my stream and call it a day, the power went out for almost, 2 hours? 3 hours? All I know is it went out as long as the battery life was on my iPad, because I was playing Civ 6 on my iPad in a dark room with the dog so he wouldn't freak out. Oh, thank you, Nebby Earwiggles. And thank you, Scan4, and thank you, Jay Nord, for the resub. But anyways, the power went out just as I was about to do the giveaway. And of course, I've got UPSs here, like everything's on there, and so I stayed on until I could no longer wait for the power to come back on, and then I shut everything down. So then everything apparently was broken here locally. I guess I had not restarted this computer in weeks since I brought it home. I don't know. Yeah, Civ 6 on an iPad, it eats up the battery. Like, you can feel the iPad getting hot. It's like an iPad Pro. But hold on, I'm trying to get into the game here. And then I will do a giveaway. Let me make sure the giveaway is actually started. I'm not sure it is. Again, I'm just recovering everything. Prizes. Yeah, it looks like the Gothic Village Inn with one N is going to happen. So the good news is, if you see the amount of light in the room, the storm has passed and things are mostly back to normal here. Didn't go off so long that the refrigerator was a problem. Let's see. Oh yeah, let me make sure my torrent stuff came back up. No, don't do that. I see the, not bad torrents, game torrents. I see the game torrents on my local box. Making sure everything came back. All good. Ready to go. And the tournament or the giveaway is going on. Looks like we got a few people in here because I see quite a few in the giveaway. So yes, I am back. So I had to shut down Unity. So it'll take me a little while to get that back up. Did I drink all the beer before it got warm? No. I'm actually kind of in a mood for a some type of evening drinking stream sometime. So watch out, I may do one of those soon. I could use one. But anyways, if you guys were watching this morning for 8 hours, which I was going to have an 8 hour and 5 minute stream where I gave away a big prize in the last 5 minutes. Stream went 8 hours before the power went out. As I mentioned, everything in my house is battery backed up and supported and UPS, but the street is not. I actually got on my iPhone after that and messaged our office chat channel, our home office chat channel, and List said he would do it, but his power had been out twice as well, and he didn't see any points. So Austin has survived. The sun is kind of peeking through the clouds. The worst of it's over, except we're supposed to get more for the next, 3 or 4 days. Whew. Nothing is smoking. Actually, my downstairs PC may be smoking. I was up here waiting on this one to go off, and I could hear the 4 UPSs we have in the house. One for this computer, one for the server in here, which I think it actually stayed on the entire time. It's got a really good UPS. It has a server UPS, one of these like weighs 85-pound type UPSs. Then my box downstairs has one, and then my wife's computer has one, and then I've got a server downstairs that has one. But I was up here hoping the internet would come back so I could finish the tournament, and I was like, finally, screw it. And then I ran downstairs, and just as I was running up to my computer to do the like safe shutdown, the clean shutdown, it turned off right in front of me. Anyways. Liberty Lover, what does it say on the tombstone at my house? I don't actually know. I'm afraid it's something embarrassing, but it was given to me by an old friend who wrote that for me, so I put it up there. I've been afraid to read it, though. I guess I could go do that now. Load level ordinance mortis. Let's see. So anyways, if you guys saw the weather here and could hear the thunder and lightning and all that jazz before I left, guess what? I did not make it. I did not get to go to a boat and rent a boat and break into Richard's house to get some maps. I know that will shock you all. It was kind of crazy here for a while. Even Mojito was scared, and he never gets scared from like lightning and stuff like that. But it was a good break. I needed a break, and that was kind of one of those things. Power goes off, no internet, can't have the computers on. It's like, well, I'll go exercise. Oh wait, it's pouring rain outside. Well, I'll get on the treadmill. Oh, my treadmill needs power to work. I'll do the dishes. Nope, it's too dark in the kitchen to do dishes. Like, I'll go sit in the dark room with my iPad and my dog and play Civ 6. So, good break. Oh, did I steal somebody's stream? So the other bad news is because school didn't get delayed, Maxine's going to be home at the same time, so I still can't play that long right now, or I can't do that much. Let's go read what my tombstone says. It probably says something super embarrassing. Like, your game sucks. I hate you. Let's see, I'll share what it says. I don't think he would want this private. You guys ready? This was given to me by, when I said an old friend, Umuri. He gave this to me on his, when he said he was finally going to try and quit the game. So hopefully he'll come back someday. But I think the score is way off. I think Umuri was right way more than I was. But anyways, that's what it says. So yeah, so I'm only going to have like a pretty short stream here, but I wanted to come back in. So one, let me do, I'm going to do 2 giveaways. I'm going to give away that Gothic Inn as soon as I get up to a few more viewers here. To make sure you guys people get a chance to come back in. Man, is Nubby Earwiggles following me around? I see you. But I'm going to do a giveaway here, and then I'm going to do a second giveaway. Also, I'm trying to see what my schedule is like. There's a chance I'll take off. I may take off Monday. Woo! Thank you very much, Gravity42. Thanks for welcoming me back. But I'm trying to take off a day, and again, it's going to be based around the weather, because I have when I'm not busting ass on making a game, I try to bust ass around the house, which we are long overdue for a delivery of. Brace yourselves, it's going to be very exciting. Turkey manure. Yep, I know. I'm excited too. There's nothing better than wet turkey manure. But I'm supposed to get a couple cubic yards of that delivered here shortly. But I've been delaying it. The yard needs it desperately. Yep, you guys are in there. Oh, nope, I was stupid. I saw the names on there and I assumed it was all open. It had been closed for a while. I apparently closed it when I thought I opened it. Alright, now everybody get on there and I'll do a raffle, and then I'll about 15 minutes of me babbling, and then I'll do a second raffle. So, on my schedule, I think I mentioned to some people I'm going to be doing some of the pet stuff that I'd mentioned I was going to try to do last release for party-based pet stuff. That is still on my list of things to do. Thank you very much, Spry1. Again, this will be a short stream today because I'm expecting Maxine home in the not too terribly distant future. And as much as I love you guys, can't love anybody more than I love the little 5-year-old. So I will be bailing when she gets home. And but again, I'm going to try to get in the pet stuff, try to get the buffs on the pets. I have a solution for unicorn poison stuff. I know there's the cursor problem. I'm still trying to understand what that is, but I've got that on One and Only should have a bug on that. Oh, let's see what else. I'm going to work on the dungeon stuff. I'll probably wrap up level 3 of the dungeon and call that it for this release. Again, I might do one more after that that's just a short level with a boss fight, but we'll see. Nope. Of course, Maxine, the wife, who I rarely talk about. Mojito's a distant third. Maybe 4th or 5th. But anyway, so just giving you an update on what's going on next, probably on my agenda for next week. I will probably stream some in the morning. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream in the morning every day. But it does seem to get a different audience. My fear is if I stream every single morning, you know what? My job is actually really boring a lot of times. It's been good to show you guys some of the more interesting stuff, but even like today I'm sure there was a lot of people falling asleep and just staying on the stream for the prizing, which didn't happen because I was too busy messing with stuff. And the weather did not cooperate. But again, like me programming, that is me like cursing for 2 hours straight, and it does not make good stream material. So, okay, I think you guys have had enough time. You guys are all in the raffle, and it looks like I did not clear the raffle, so if somebody wins, you need to speak up fast, because if not, it's probably someone left over from the morning raffle. But maybe they deserve it too, because they were in there. They watched more of the stream. And you guys have. You guys have only been here a few minutes. Yeah, maybe I'll actually do that stream I've been talking about doing soon, which is me working on taming. And doing some more of the taming work. I gotta check with Beezus to see where the baby dragons are. But the thing I was thinking of doing was, again, the taming. I believe the pets are where we want them. I think the thing we are missing is just some obsidian destroyer level creatures for some other pet types. And I think people who watched this morning got to see me play with third-party assets. We'll see how that goes. But again, I think we've kind of said, okay, we don't want to stop. We want to start using third-party assets where we can, where they make sense, and where they're good enough. I think the ones this morning were, the borderline bill's pretty good. We'll see. We'll see what you guys think. Sometimes things look a little different in the client than in the editor as well. My other insight from this morning, from if you're watching that, was I'm worried about the performance of getting things working well enough. The big pirate scene is cool. I don't think the performance in it is that bad, but the problem is with a big open space like that where I need to make the camera cull distance far, I may need to actually move that to be a teleporter and move that whole entire chunk of it like 2,000 away. So I don't have to worry about the performance impact between that and the other stuff. But if I need to do that again, that's not a huge amount of work. And that may be the best option anyways, because again, like I was looking at that, it's like, man, to get the distance I want from it and still have like a falling thing, and then also still have a like an elevator, like that elevator is going to be hellacious. I mean, like whatever's in the fall times 5 type thing. Famines gave out your cloak last night. A lot of entries. That's good. And again, you guys are welcome to reach out to me if you have other things. I will gladly make stuff. He requested something that actually has a little bit of power to it, and that I think it gives fishing +5. I guess that's power. But anyways, but if you guys have some similar things like that, the one that I did first for people that I think actually got to a few people saying, "Why did you do that?" was the BMC one. But again, I did that one like they had requested something, but I put it in game, and you just have to earn it, and I think that's still a pretty hard item to grab. So, please give Morty about his rewards. Yeah, I will. But if you guys have other stuff like that, I mean, I'll gladly do some quick items like that. If you're a streamer and you have something that's related to your stream, I'll gladly put that level, very, very minor buff on it for you to give out on your stream if you're on your list. Let me link up one thing for you guys if I can find it. That is not what I was looking for. That is also not what I was looking for. I wonder if I lost my link. No, there we go. I mean, I'd kind of say anybody in the... Here's kind of the thing that I watch a little bit to see how people are doing. So if you want to see where you rank... And the thing I watch for is watch time. So anyways, looks like currently on that list, Famines, you're number 4 on the list. So good job. But you can kind of see where people rank on there. I think you guys can probably see that link. Yeah, if you're like in the top 10 or something, like message me. There's some other people, like Skeggy does like a crap ton of stuff out, like he has a ton of videos and other things that he does, so I'll gladly help out on things. Daniel JMCL. Yeah, we'll see how I manage to do that. But yeah, I'll probably have a teleporter that teleports you like basically a huge distance across the map, so I can separate those two out. We'll see if that. I'm pretty sure that's all that's gonna need to make that thing work. But actually, I'm gonna see what it looks like in a client before I even do that much. Oh, you know what? I didn't tell work I got my power back. Hold on, let me get on my chat. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a drawing right after this. Let's see. Okay, I'm closing the giveaway. Bam. All right, let's see who wins. Seer Zoran. Congratulations. That was for the Gothic Village Inn. Let me get that to you. 26 pieces of mail will expire soon. What? Oh, Seer Zoran entered. Lancel Lancermane won. Congratulations. Oh, somebody's hitting me with a thing. Sorry, Zoran. Didn't mean to get you excited there. It's not you, Seer Zoran. I'm sorry. You've won before, though. Let me see if I can find Lancel in my book. I know I've sent something fairly recently. I know your name in game. Why does it say my name? Okay, I'm not crazy. I looked up at the screen right as I clicked the button, and Seer Zoran had just entered, so I saw Seer Zoran's name. You're both very deserving. Okay, and I'm going to pick another one. I'm going to be good about getting this thing out before the next thunderstorm rolls in. Gratz. And this is that's the Gothic Inn, so I guess it's the one with a lot of rooms. The one, I think, was it Majoria who used that one for the event? I'm under Jane Dan. Oh no, I sent it to your in-game name, so hopefully Lancermane gets it there. Hey, who put this house down across from me? I haven't been back to visit my house in a week or two because I've been staying in Deco Town. Who lives here? Jacob Budd. I got a new neighbor. How about that? I should send him a gift. Let's see. Set game time 10. Let's see. So what's going to be my next thing? I think we should be well into the next sale. Oh, look, the Viking Village Inn is now up for sale. Okay, for the next one, I'm going to do the Viking Village Inn. That'll be another good one. Yeah, and when Undone, when we do the giveaways for the Friday live stream, when we do that, like draw 5 or 6 at a time, Undone has it set up so he gives it away based on the account, and he draws based on the account. When I do mine, I just mail it to you in game. I'm too lazy to go into the database. It's too stupidly slow. Okay, so I'm giving away the Viking Village Inn. Resetting right now. Hold on. Viking Village Inn. We're doing all sorts of village inns. That's good. You guys can open up your inns and get them ready for the guys that are coming in, because that is one thing I should mention is I'm going to be sending out round 2 of the emails tomorrow. My first round of emails had a good enough rejection accept rate, no complaints, no bounce, all that jazz, that I was able to get my max emails sent per day lifted up to 150,000. So I'm going to be sending out 150,000 emails tomorrow. So that is, I'll be sending out more emails tomorrow than I sent out the previous time around. And I'm going to be getting them out earlier, which is important for getting people in on the weekend. So you guys should expect some more players and some more new player uplift going on. And thank you again, Gravity, for your 300, Spry1 for the 100, Kenneth for the 100, and Jay Nord for the resubs. Let me get off that off my screen. Did I buy the Viking thing already and I'm just brain dead? I am brain dead. Let's see. I guess I can do some questions here. Like I said, I probably only have like 15 minutes or so before Maxine gets home, depending on weather. Maybe the weather will buy you guys some time as well. Hey, Seer Zoran, I'm glad you gave me 50 or 150 bits, even though I cheated you out of a nice inn. Maybe you'll win the next one. Let's see. Let me look down. Let's see. I got to answer the Shep. I'd approved heraldry stuff this morning. Z of Silverdale, can we have a pass on all decos to add them to dungeon placeable? I'm not sure why they wouldn't be. Maybe they have to be set so they can be placed outside. Let me ask on the stream, or on my on work stuff. Maybe they know. We'll see what the Brain Trust at work says. That would be my guess, is that they just need to be set to be placed inside, which may be a problem because that may mean we need to add a... we may need to add a third flag that is for dungeons and basically just go set them all by default. Because, yeah, if there's actually a bunch of decos you can't place in there, that's not intended or by design, and there's not a good reason that I'm aware of. I guess one reason that might be we don't want to have everything in there is if go set up a troll room. Well, there's the troll room doesn't have a non-deco version, so I guess that's good. I was going to say the troll room would be big enough you could go in there and place a bunch of greenhouses in there, but it does not have a decoable version intentionally. The troll room only has a giant version. Oh, I have good news on that front as well. In terms of the troll room and the other stuff, is some of you may know the nav mesh stuff. That was the thing when you would zone in for a while. It would like you get in game or into the dungeon and you'd be like like 1 frame per second for like a minute. So then that was fixed. So you basically just take longer to load in. So Undone, Miracle Worker Undone, I suggested an idea to him, which he went with, which is basically moving it to a system similar to what the houses use for when we place houses in towns. Because obviously the houses being placed in towns generate a pretty big chunk of nav mesh, but it's pretty much instantaneous. So that he didn't time how long it took to get for the nav mesh to generate. But in the dungeon he had been using is This Dungeon Breaks Everything dungeon. It was taking like around 2 to 3 minutes of just like dead time. He made a code optimization for the nav mesh generation, got it down to like 1.5 minutes. But then he did switch over to this new system and it takes less than 30 seconds. So again, I think that's the load time for the dungeon just because it's a massive dungeon. So anyway, so the load times on dungeons should be a thing of the past. There's one bug with it right now, which I told him was acceptable if that's where we're at, and we can fix things later, which is the nav mesh tends to break at room borders for encounter rooms. So we will be looking into that, but anyways, for next release, you should be able to handle any size nav mesh, any size number of things, and play in encounter mode without things breaking, which will be fabulous. J-Nord RP, why are greenhouses not resizable in live like they were in QA? So they wanted to... I didn't argue with them. Actually, I did argue a little bit with them, but there's some people who thought it would be bad to have resizable stuff if it had doors in it. So they tried to turn off things that had doors. They tried to turn those to be non-scalable. And yeah, obviously the greenhouses, people like that because like, hey, I can scale up my greenhouse and fit a little more in there. But they wanted to turn it off for things that had doors because it looked bad and problematic and stuff. Yinky1, can we have an auction house, please? It would make trading easier. So what do you mean by an auction house? Do you mean one where it's actually there's bidding on it, like that type of auction house, or do you just mean like a WoW, everything is there type thing? Because again, there's the public vendors, but again, that's one of those things we've talked about, and as we get to the point where we're like, okay, we just want to make the game fun and improve things instead of like sticking to some of these old design decisions. That's one of the things we just talked about this last meeting was originally. We tried to enforce like a lot of this like local economy type stuff and make traveling difficult to make it so like, you know, if you're in the Northwest, then like, you know, there'll be a trade business where you can carry one particular thing down to the, you know, the Southeast, and that'll be a good market for you. But it's one of those things, it isn't worth it. to be blunt. It is a neat idea, and it's cool on paper, but it was to make travel time long, and then you're talking like, okay, well, now we got to make travel time long and make it tough to move a lot of crap around. Okay, well, then that means like, okay, now we're not going to have fast travel. So like, okay, scrolls, there's got to be like big restrictions on scrolls. And then you know, it breaks a lot of the fun in the game as we're enforcing these rules purely for a few of these old ideas that we kind of just need to abandon. So the reason I mentioned that with the auction house is I think the auction house was also around that same idea that if we had a global auction house, that would be problematic because people could use it to trade, like move stuff from one side of the planet to the other. So I think having a global auction house, like a global, what we have right now, where you can go and put items up for sale, I think that is not a very difficult thing for us to do. Or stuff. I think that was more of a design decision up front. There's some tech we'll have to get in there, but we've been working on more and more of the streaming and dynamic loading stuff. So I don't think that is that impossible of a task to get done pretty quick. Famines. I will not be nerfing night vision. I hate night vision, but I will not nerf night vision. I know that a lot of people count on it, and there's just a lot of places that are, you know, nearly unplayable without night vision. I was really just kidding because I hate night vision for streamers because it makes the stream look so bad, but it's how a lot of people play. Let's see. Yeah, and for PvP like stuff, it's, you know, there's a lot of places to be dark, or there's a lot of places that are dark, and basically you just wouldn't be able to PvP in that if without night vision, because hey, here's my beacon, here's my lantern, come at me. Let's see. Red Hammer, will you be using moderators during the stream to keep negative type comments to a minimum, which I feel would be a good idea at time? Honestly, we've had just a handful of negative comments, people who are negative. I've just seen List's comment of, why is the game so green, is one of the comments List sees on people's streams. But anyway, so there's not that many, I haven't seen that many negative comments. If it becomes a problem, we absolutely will. I had been jokingly saying whoever was on tops of the bits would be promoted once to VIP and then the second time up to moderator, but I'm not actually going to sell moderator spots like that. But I mean, honestly, like half the people in the chat here have been in the streams and constructive and all that type stuff that I'd probably trust them. So if it does become a problem, we will definitely throw some stuff on there. I mean, a little negativity is not that bad. It's when it becomes a negative to the point of trolling, which I define trolling as people who, they're saying things that have no purpose. They're not trying to fix a problem. What they're actually trying to do is evoke an emotional response, because that's what trolls get off on. And that type of stuff. I see some people who are frustrated about things here or there, but I haven't seen that many people who are trolls. I mean, it's people who are passionate about the game. I try to make sure and identify, make sure it's one or the other. And it seems most people are passionate people. Like there's something they love about the game. They heard it might change, and they're upset about it. But again, they're trying to fix something. They're trying to improve something. So, but if we do start having any trolls, I think I've banned one guy since I've started doing these streams. Yes, I know, Monkey Smack, you do not like the change. That's why we're restoring the server to release 5, and it will stay there forever. But there haven't been that many people who have been negative in the stream. I think we used to have people get banned a fair amount, but honestly, it's because we have some juveniles in the stream, and back in like the day when like Sarah was on the stream, I think the people who got banned the most were people who were making sexist or offensive comments towards Sarah, which we can't tolerate. So maybe the problem here is you guys have been behaving because you do not find me attractive, which I now am super offended by. That's it. I'm done. Seriously, though, I think you guys have been pretty constructive, so I do keep an eye on things. Let's see. Oh, Gwendolyn, yes, I will be doing that. I'm going to go in Friday morning. That was my Friday morning thing. The question is, I just saw her put this in here, and actually I'll come in here too. Please update the Deco contest thread in the forums with the info for the stream this Friday. Also, at least 3 people in that thread have commented that their houses were crafted Deco, but your spreadsheet doesn't reflect that. I will update that. We're going to be doing the stream day after tomorrow on Friday as our Friday stream. That we'll be doing the final thing, so you guys definitely should be there for that. Again, I know there are some overly emotional people on that they were disappointed, which again, I get it, and people put a lot of effort into it, and are, again, more of a passion thing than a troll thing. But the voting on that, I went back and looked at it just because I was concerned too. And hey, guess what? You guys think you put a lot of effort into it? I put a ton of effort into that, and I have fairly limited time. And I didn't win anything. But I went back and looked at to see the voting. There was just like a tiny, I could probably count on one hand or two hands a number of votes where I was like, okay, why? These guys all gave it 7, 8s, and 9s, and and then here's 2 guys who gave it a 1. But it was not anything that skewed the voting. I even went back and did some math on the people who had misspelled names to make sure that didn't skew things. I think it's just one of those things that, hey, guess what? We're all different, and what we find attractive is very different. So, I was amazed by pretty much all of them. So, I thought you guys all did an amazing job. So, but I don't think that there was the voting could have been that much different or that much more skewed. I think the voting system I came up with is actually pretty decent and pretty good. But again, I think it's one of those things. Since I was just talking about the moderators and stuff like that, you guys are pretty passionate about the game. We get that, and try to understand and account for that. So that's, if you ever see us ban something, at least if I'm doing it, I don't do it that often, but I do it when I think it's someone who is doing it purely they don't want to solve a problem, they want to create an emotional response because that's what makes them happy, because their parents didn't love them. True story. Yeah, and Elwyn Moon, a lot of them were really good. They were like, this is a house I would live in. But they didn't like jump out and grab people, and because they weren't memorable enough. I think some of the ones that won were the more memorable houses. So, of course, the one I remember is Jack's house, telling that was basically just Apple spelling out devs should play the game more. I did not vote for him. All right, let's see what other questions we got going on here. Again, I'm staring at a house. Let me stare in another direction in case there's somebody else. If you are somebody who has not played the game, go play the game. It's completely free to play. You can actually, and even like the premium stuff in game, you can get by playing the game. We are, as far as I know, the only game that has this type of economy, for better or worse, where premium currency can be traded between players, which means you can put them up on your salesperson and you can sell them. One guy can buy premium currency because he's got a job that pays more and doesn't have free time, which is who I'd be probably. I know it's who Richard would be. Another guy has more time than free time. You need gold or whatever. Buy premium currency, sell it to the other guys. That means the players get to set the price for it. Some games just sell gold. We prefer to let it be a player-to-player type thing to encourage the free economy. So anyway, so you can buy anything in the game just by playing the game. There's also drops in the game. As I was reminded, I had people asking me like, "Hey, I got a." I'm trying to remember what the one was. Somebody had a expensive village house that they got, but they got it out of a loot bundle, and they said they took a screenshot, and can I use that for my no purchase house, for my no, or for my crafted style house? And I had to tell them, no, I can't do that because I'd have to go like verify everybody's on that. But you can get anything in game, anything you want to be. Let me make sure I've got the giveaway going. I do. But anyways, come play the game. This is not what the game looks. I mean, this is what the game looks like, but obviously this is not the gameplay of the game. It's me standing around staring at grass, watching the grass grow. It's gonna be a long stream if we're waiting for the grass to grow. Let's see. Let me check some more questions here. And yeah, I'll get the thread. I'll try and update the thread tomorrow morning, Gwendolyn. To get that updated with things. And that's, I've got a couple I wanted to go back and look, and I was surprised to see like 4 or 5 people had already pulled out like almost immediately after the tournament. I didn't know if that was the emotional or just like, hey, my house was here and I just moved it home. But anyways, I will be going back. Hopefully a lot of your houses will be left there. There was at least one category that, again, I had picked my favorite, but I was going to let Richard or Star override me on which one was the favorite for those, so we will see. A dev should get the Kraken from Unity Store and chase alpha fish stick around the stream. That would be lovely. Again, my dream is still to get actual water swimming and underwater swimming in for episode 2. I've been told to come stand in the cherry tree garden. Let me apply buff. There we go. There's a cherry tree garden around here. Oh, this is something else that you guys will see. For those who missed the morning stream, I mentioned it there. But the first thing I did on the morning stream, while I was kind of waiting for people to come into the stream, I always look for stuff. Oh yeah, you see this tree? Yeah, the crazy tree. That should be less crazy in the upcoming versions. Oh, look, a cherry, a petal falling. Ah, relaxing. But hold on, let me set weather override clear. Let's see, so that'll probably slow it down. But anyways, so these guys going crazy in the storms and going crazy in most other weather should be better going forward. We will see. Just an important update. I know you guys all care. I still have not seen this week's Game of Thrones. I'm now 4 days behind. I've managed to stay spoiler free all this time though. Yes. I will watch it. One and only says set wind override calm. Wind override calm. And as I discovered this morning, when you change any wind stuff, changing stuff like that, you have to wait. And then it'll catch up. Now it's a little better. It's still, I think the thing I was seeing, another thing I was seeing, which I still am not 100% sure on, but it seemed the larger the tree, the more violently it appeared to shake. And I think that's just because it was big. Yeah, this is nice in here. And there's Minerva. Hi, Minerva. Let's see. Falling cherry leaf is just angel poop. I'd be okay with that. And let me check right here. Narvan, can we have a church cathedral set of homes in the future with stained glass crenulated tower, spire, or spire tower? Just an idea. Yes. I'm not going to steal his thunder because he's put a crap ton of effort into it, but List has a new house set. I don't think it's that, though. His is what he's working on for the Lord of the Isle, which can tell you, in case you're wondering, like I told him, like, okay, we have houses that go from, row house to village to town to city to keep to castle, but really the house size stops at city. Make one that like has like a minimum size of like a keep. So that's, he was messaging saying like, it won't fit on a castle lot. So he did made it a little bit too big. We'll see what he does. Oh, thank you, Amber Rain, for the resub. Thank you, not just for the resub, but for all the stuff you do. I'll sit down and relax. I'll sit down by Cardle and see if I can make him nervous. See, I'm a girl now, so I can catch the bugs. Alright, I'll go sit by Minerva. It's hard to sit by people. Oh, look, let's see what I'm going to do. There we go. I was just talking about, that's another thing I want to kill. Was the killing the, I'm going to slowly walk to things, the pathing to things. It's not only cause of hundreds of bugs, literally hundreds of bugs, but it also, it can be annoying. My favorite is like you're near a crafting pavilion and you get close to a crafting station like on the outside and you click it and then you sit here and do this like 5-minute walk around to get to the front of the lot and then get to the crafting station. Let's see, what else do we have? What does no ransom mean on a player-owned town? Somebody's asking on Universe. And that, for those who don't know, if you are a player-owned town and you want to be a PvP town but have no ransom in the PvP town, which can encourage more players to take part in PvP and also make it so it's less of a, butt-hurt type thing, just let me know. Just because we try to charge like a ticket for that, just send me like 2,500 crowns in game and tell me the town you want. Same thing, you can just send me 2,500 bits on the stream, whatever you prefer. If you want to do it on the stream, I can like flip it right on the stream if you're interested. Let's see. Hold on, I'm looking on things here. Hey, thank you very much, Vegas BLT. Is a Vegas BLT good? Or does BLT stand for something different in Vegas? I'm not cool enough to know. That may stand for something dirty in Vegas, I'm not sure. It's just a good BLT. List. I'm creating a JIRA for you right here. Pretend I'm creating a JIRA. JIRA for Travis. Make more icons for our channel. We're like cool now and we can have lots of icons, and we don't. We should have lots of icons. Let's see. What was I looking at here? Do. Vegas BLT. I'm having a lot of friends with issues staying in the game. It is eating more of their CPU memory and overheating the machine. This was not an issue before for them. So this may be, you will see in this latest, see if they're having problems in the latest release. Again, this is, I thought I might be able to get through a stream without ranting about Unity, since it was a short stream. But we try to turn on Unity features for performance stuff occasionally, because Unity advertises them as ready for prime time, and this will improve your performance. So the thing we turned on this release was trying to turn on IL2 CPP again. We hadn't seen a big crash increase, but apparently it started showing up pretty quick after release. Again, our starting numbers for the crash rate is usually skewed because we get a lot of people who log in for short amounts of time. So the IL2 CPP stuff appears to have been the cause of a large memory expansion problem that we are having. We're seeing. We'll see. You guys can tell us. Tell me if you get the GC collect error again. But I'd seen it myself, even just in the Deco contest. As you guys watched, I crashed out. I never crash out. But I crashed out, and I had never left the town. I stayed in the town, and all I was doing was teleporting from side to 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 side, like teleporting all over. Which means that my memory footprint continued to grow. There was no new creatures being spawned. There weren't any significant VFX going on. All it was us loading resources and unloading resources. And then Lord Subtleton noticed in the IL2 CPP version of the game, that he was seeing we lose memory just in the startup. That there was memory. Oh, it was there was a hang where it was basically repeating the asset loading over and over again. Shouldn't leak memory. It was actually allocating memory, and that memory footprint would grow. Somebody got into an infinite loop of load, unload, unload, load, unload, load, unload, load, unload, the exact same level, never actually making it into the game, just loading assets. And that actually created enough memory loss leakage to crash them out and 20 gigs of memory. So we have rolled back IL2 CPP, so we will see if that improves things again. The humorous thing that came up from that was I asked, we only turned on IL2 CPP for Windows boxes. So of course my first thing was check to see if the Mac or Linux guys have crashed more since the patch, because that'll tell us if it was IL2 CPP or something else that was introduced. And we don't have enough data on Linux and Windows guys to know for sure if they crash more, because we don't have enough Linux guys. Or maybe they just never crash and they just stay in the game forever. Who knows? But anyways. Z of Silverdale. Man, this has brought up something here. Z of Silverdale. Can we have options in our dungeons to disallow night vision and the light summon to force torches? That would be called Richard mode, I guess. Richard is pretty... Are you in there, Richard? Are you in there making fun of me? Can I tease you? That'd be Richard mode. He's the guy that wants to force everyone to have a torch. And I was like, well, what about archers? They've got to have something else. What about guys who use two-handed weapons? You're telling them they can't use a two-handed weapon? But anyways, wouldn't be that hard. Again, I'm going to be making some tech to have that turned on for one part, the labyrinth part of the dungeon I'm making. But that's just going to disable the night vision. Again, just because it's trying to force a mood. Mobile Nerd Games. If you maybe don't know, Meshbaker is a good tool for optimizing a lot of meshes. I just combine the same meshes to lower draw calls as an example. Yeah, Mobile Nerd Games, that is... I'm not sure if you're here now. I think Mobile Nerd Games is Europe, so he's probably in bed by now. And he does game dev for a living, in case you guys don't know who he is. In case you couldn't tell by his name. But that is, we have tried that again because we use object instancing and we use dynamic shadow casting lights in deferred. The lights and the shadows end up costing us more on those things. If we bake a lot of stuff into the same object, we end up getting worse performance because we have fewer objects but with more polygons. But then the lights force those high polygon objects to render multiple times anyways. And so we end up, instead of we trade off a fewer draw calls for a lot more polygons. We've seen that in a number of scenes. With the instancing turned on, with the object instancing turned on, we don't see that many problems with the draw calls. That is not where our performance problems lie. Our performance problems lie mostly in the single-threaded world. Oh, which reminds me, speaking of performance problems, I am going to do tomorrow's stream from 2 to 4 in a PvP scene. I would like for some people to show up to help me and One and Only test some performance so we can profile some things. This is trying to track down performance for PvP guys in very heated situations. So I was thinking we pick a town that is a no ransom PvP town. There's a few of those out there. I'm being told to come to a hot tub. It's too hot in the hot tub. Apparently it's a James Brown quote. Too hot in the hot tub. I think all the seats are taken. Let's kill! Yeah! Anyways, this is a suspicious number of bubbles going on. But anyways, tomorrow, if you want to, try some PvP stuff, and 2, help us figure out some performance stuff that will apply both to PvP and PvE. It's just easier to reproduce in PvP. Join us tomorrow for my 2 to 4 p.m. stream. I'll figure out what scene and I'll summon people there, and you guys can kill each other. We'll make sure it's a no ransom scene so you can do it carefree and not worry about dying. And the more people involved, the better. Again, we have some problems that we apparently have not identified because we don't see them. And again, going to look at my client, look at One and Only's client. We'll see who else. But join me tomorrow, 2 o'clock, 2 to 4 p.m. Tomorrow we will be doing the test. And again, I will summon you if needed. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now, guys. My Ring doorbell just announced that somebody has arrived. So I guess that means I am going to get off the stream here in a minute. So again, tomorrow from 2 to 4. Again, I suck at the whole sales pitch thing, but if you guys... I'll join your party for a minute. If you guys want to do anything for deed upgrades, let me know. And actually, I'll throw in one other one. I'll do the normal one that I do, which is if you upgrade your lot in-game, your deed in-game. Hold on, I'm reading some positive stuff. Anyways, if you want to upgrade your lot, I'll give you a third of whatever you spend on that as credit towards a house. So if you want to go from like a village to a town, I forget how much that is, 150, I'll give you 50K credit towards a house. I don't think it's that much. I forget how much it is. Do. Anyways, I did just hear the door open, so either I'm being robbed or the kids are home. The kid is home. But do the deed upgrade thing if you want to do that. Also, if you buy the $100 package, I'll throw in 1,500, any one item up to 1,500 crowns. Trying to read all the chat. There's drama going on in the chat, but it sounds like they're just joking. But 1,500 crown, one item, 1,500 crowns. Just message me in game. I'm behind today. I know I'll get to it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I'm probably not going to stream what I'm doing tomorrow morning because it's going to be boring as crap. I'm going to be working on the getting the new letter out, the recapture, re-engage email out. You guys do not want to see me do that. That is going to be boring, boring, boring. 2 kids, Mojito and Maxine. Maxine refers to Mojito as her brother, her older brother. But anyways, and how about one new one? Because I had somebody ask me about this as well. If you want to do a pot upgrade, I'll give you 10% of whatever you spend on a pot upgrade. Like if you want to upgrade your pot by sending me crowns, which you can do that in game if you want to increase the size of your pot. I'll give you 10% of that towards decos for the pot. And you can just send me like maybe up to 5 or 6 things, and I'll buy them for you out of your crowns. Basically 10% discount on your pot upgrade. Let's see. Again, I am super pro pot. Oh, I have a personal bodyguard here. Oh, that sounded bad. I said I'm super pro pot. Super pro player-owned town. I think they're the most engaging thing. One of our most engaging aspects. Again, whew, it has been a long day for me. A lot of it was spent in the dark. But I'm anxious to go outside and see. We have cedar trees here, and they fall over when the ground gets super muddy. So, especially when it's like heavy rain and windy and all that stuff. Cedar trees suck. At least the type we have there. I think they're actually juniper cedars or whatever. They're invasive non-natives. But let's do the giveaway. You guys have 5 seconds. I do not use, but I am pro pot as well. I totally should legalize. Just makes money sense. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. You guys ready? Yeah, Elwin, that was kind of the thing that got me, is I couldn't believe they hadn't legalized Texas, because Texas is so like, we want money. I figured they would do it just purely for the get ahead of it on the money side of things. And also, like, we got the border there, but I think the politicians make more on for-profit prisons than they would make on pot. So anyways, just my opinion, and also opinions supported by millions of pieces of data too. Let's do that. Enough with the divisive talk. You guys ready? Let's do it. Bam. Yeah, now they're going to bump the sales tax, which of course is a regressive tax. But bump the sales tax to reduce the income, or the property tax, which is effectively our state income tax. Although they won't call it a state income tax because Texas is proud of not having a state income tax. But when you have crazy property taxes like we do, it's an income tax. Oh, my guardian's following me around. You guys ready? I'm going to pick the winner, and this time I won't announce the wrong name. Sorry about that, Zoran. Zoran, you won! Just kidding. Bam. Oh my, Spry one. You have won, good sir. What happened to my lot? Okay, it's over that way. Hold on. Let me get there, Spry one, and I will send you a thing. Guys, again, sorry for the erratic streaming today. It's not my fault. Blame Mother Nature. Do. Let me get over there. But guys, again, thank you so much for the support. Sorry again about the spotty streaming today. I do not plan on streaming tomorrow morning. I plan on doing my afternoon stream tomorrow, which you should take part in because we will be doing a performance test with PvP stuff. So, Spry One, I forget. Are you Spry One? First, out of all the streams, it's been years. I know, I've seen your name a ton of times. That's surprising that you haven't won before. Spry One. Nope. Who are you? Spry One Deroni. There we go. The Ronin. You, sir, get a Viking in. Again, to host all those new players coming in. Guys, again, sorry for the spotty stream today. I will not be streaming tomorrow morning because I'm going to be doing boring newsletter junk. And you guys don't want to see that because it'll be me writing stuff, deleting stuff, writing stuff, deleting stuff, and mailing stuff. It'll be boring. Trust me, it'll be boring. But I will be on tomorrow afternoon. Thank you again so much. I will be working on my dungeon some tomorrow morning, but I'm going to do it in secret, in private. So you guys will have to see what happens on that probably on the Friday stream, when I'll probably stream in the morning. Oh, and I may not get to that because I'm going to do some more Deco contest stuff. It sounds like I need to catch up on the Deco thread. I'm obviously behind on emails, 24 emails behind already. So I'll have to catch up on that. So maybe I won't do any dungeon work tomorrow. Take a day off. But guys, again, thank you so much for the stream. Let's go figure out who we're going to raid. Again, if you are one of the guys who does quite a bit of streaming, make sure and contact us, and I'll help hook you up. I think I've mentioned before that it feels dirty paying someone to stream our game, but I will gladly pay players, give players in-game rewards for streaming for us. Of course, I'm hoping you'll give it out as stream awards, but stream the game. I think I stole a bunch of viewers from Delane, so I am going to go give him the follow. I think he had a bunch of people on his stream. So I'm going to try and pay it forward or pay it back or whatever it is. And give Delane a raid. Sorry, Wolfdom, you should have got up earlier. Yay, thank you, Liz Rustov. Again, the extra special I'm throwing in today for this stuff that I'll let go until 9 o'clock, like another 4 hours, is if you buy the 100 crown package, I can give you a 1500 crown item for free. Just message me in game, email me in game. I will be cleaning out that email box tomorrow morning. And if you want to upgrade a lot, I will give you a third of whatever it is towards a house. But also, if you upgrade a pot, I'll give you 10% of whatever you spend on upgrading the pot for pot decos. We can figure out how many you want. Just let me know. But again, that's for upgrading the pots, and that is because, as I have said, I am very pro pot. Not a user, though. I don't think I haven't seen Vipe here. He was on this morning, but haven't seen him. But guys, again, thank you so much. Let's go raid Dulane and give him back his users that we stole to when I started my stream. He is one of our better streamers out there and deserves your follow. Again, thank you guys so much. Thanks for the patience on things today, and I will be on tomorrow morning. But not, I will be working tomorrow morning, but I will not be streaming. I'll be streaming tomorrow afternoon. 2 o'clock, 2 to 4, PvP. No ransom PvP, come join us so we can figure out some of the performance problems and make PvE and PvP better. We just can represent the problems better in PvP because we have full control over things. Again, guys, thank you so much, and we will see you later. Bloop.